Welcome to another edition of Waterfront TV. I'm Maria Martelli.
And I'm Kaya Sparks. Our reporters at WTV have your stories, and today's show is full of really interesting people. We'll also take you to the Atlantic Cirque.
But before, let's check in with Vince Williams for this week's news.
Thanks, Maria. The Angus L. McDonald Bridge is getting a makeover. Starting this March, Halifax Harbor bridges will be replacing deck segments. Officials say the work will be done overnight and on weekend closures. The bridge will remain open while repairs are ongoing, with exception of bike lanes and sidewalks. The bridge turns 60 this year. Officials say replacing the suspension and trusses at its midlife is the key to reducing future repairs.
There should be no difference. The bridge will be open, and so people will be able to use it. All three lanes will be open. They'll be slightly narrowed because of the construction work that will be going on.
Officials say the repairs will take 3 years to complete. Free 24-hour shuttle service will be provided on both sides of the bridge. Local graphic design students are outraged that the federal government is asking them to work for a pittance. These NSCC students are not thrilled with the Canadian Heritage Ministry's competition to find a logo for Canada's 150th birthday. They say asking them to design a logo that will take a lot of time for $5,000 isn't worth it. Professional logos can cost up to $100,000.
It's frustrating because it's almost like the government doesn't value our time. As students, we're already putting in a lot of time to projects that we're not getting paid for.
It's sending us the message that what we're doing isn't valuable. It's sending the message that what we're doing for people isn't worth the money that they're paying for it.
An online boycott hashtag #MyTimeHasValue is pointing out how design contests has become a way of companies and governments are getting free work from young students. They say it's not worth the process. Some downtown Dartmouth residents say train whistles are keeping them up at night, and they want them to stop. That sound has been a fixture for 3 years since tenants moved into the Kings Wharf condos. Safety measures are the reason for the blaring sound, but in the 1980s, the city of Dartmouth stopped the same sounds at the ferry terminal crossing. Opponents say other safety measures are in place, making the whistle not needed. Suzanne Valiant lives at Kings Wharf.
It's not just an issue here at Kings Wharf, it's an issue for the downtown Dartmouth community. And the train comes at all hours of the night, and actually all hours of the day. There's no set schedule.
Valiant and others hope the city goes ahead with a safety study that will put an end to the noise so they can sleep at night. Barrington Street, the historic heart of downtown Halifax, with the upcoming opening of a big American retailer, there's a new place to shop, and some people are hoping the street will have a booming future. Emily McVale has the story.
Barrington Street used to be where lots of people came to shop, but recently it hasn't been as popular. Paul McKinnon, Executive Director of the Downtown Halifax Business Commission, says that high taxes and rent on Barrington causes shops to suffer when business is slow. But with Urban Outfitters opening up, he expects a change in the amount of business coming to the street.
I think it's going to be a great boost of confidence for everybody. Barrington Street is one of those streets that's kind of grown in fits and starts, and it's kind of two steps forward, one step back for a long time. And there's an announcement that we've been anticipating for a while, and I think that's just about everyone on the street is really going to embrace this new opening.
The opening of Urban Outfitters has people talking on social media. Some of the shoppers along the street had mixed reactions about what this could mean for Barrington Street.
As long as there's a good balance between small businesses and bigger stores, I think it's fine.
I would be shopping here more if there were more things to cater to me.
Well, I'm terrible with money, so I'd probably come to Urban Outfitters and then, spend money all along the street.
And I think it would probably help bring a lot of Dow and King's students out to a part of the city that I know they don't really explore much.
Exactly. American Apparel's on Spring Garden Road too, so those two big stores bring teenage girls down.
Paul McKinnon says the future looks bright for the street.
I think we're well positioned, certainly for the for the next 10-15 years, to be a street that really offers something that is a different experience than when you're going to get at the malls or big box parks.
Bringing more people downtown looking to spend money is just what Barrington Street needs to start its revival on becoming the booming business district it once was, whether that's more big box stores or small businesses opening up. Emily McPhail, WTV News, Halifax.
Thanks, Emily. Nova Scotia's proud white and blue colors are on display in Halifax. Team Nova Scotia and more than 100 people gathered at the Emera Oval, braving the bone-chilling rain and snow. The team is getting revved up to compete in the 2015 Canada Winter Games in Prince George, BC. Members of Team Supernova say they're ready.
It's going to be incredible. It's always, an honor to represent Nova Scotia, and getting to compete alongside all my teammates on the ice is going to be an incredible opportunity, and I'm going to make so many memories that'll last a lifetime.
It's not even that you're representing your sport, it's you're representing your province, and there's so much emotion and heart in that games.
Competing in 19 sports beginning February 13th to March 1st, Nova Scotia is looking to improve on 12 medals they captured in 2011. That's the news. Now let's go back to the studio with Kaya and Maria.
Thank you, Vince. Good luck to those competing in the games. Don't go anywhere. Coming up,
do you think texting behind the wheel will stop because of a new fine increase?
Details when we return.
Hi, I'm Kathy. This is Steve and Dennis. We're at John's Lunch in Woodside, and you're watching WTV.
Welcome back. The Nova Scotia government is getting tough on distracted driving. It's increasing fines for people using phones while behind the wheel, but not everyone thinks it will make a difference. WTV's Ian Barker has the story.
As long as nobody catches me, then I'm okay.
The new fines will mean a first offense will set you back $233. A third offense, almost $600. That makes them the highest in the country. Some people don't believe raising the fines will stop drivers from using their phones. Zach Camo, an admitted distracted driver, says he doesn't believe that there is much anyone can do to stop it.
People are still getting away with it. As long as people are getting away with it, they're still going to do it. It's only going to stop when people get caught.
In 2008, Nova Scotia introduced a new law that would make it illegal to use cell phones while driving, and since then, using a phone while driving has become one of the top ticketed offenses across Canada. Tyler Felix was stopped at a red light when his car was hit by a driver using their phone while driving. He says more needs to be done to discourage people from picking up their phones.
I've seen fines increase in a lot of different areas where it's more or less the if you have an opportunity to do something like that, it comes down to should I do it or should I not. It doesn't go, well, if I do it, this will happen. It's generally not like that.
According to the Canadian Automobile Association, distracted driving is the main cause of between 20 and 30% of all driving accidents in Canada. It increases the likelihood of getting in an accident by 23 times.
You can't look at the road and text at the same time. Obviously, people get a little bit complacent when they're driving. I understand, they think they're very good at it, but it doesn't work out for anybody. There's never a good situation that comes from someone texting and driving. So
the issue has even made it into pop culture, spawning numerous games online to try to teach the next generation of drivers how difficult it is to use a phone and keep your eyes on the road. Ian Barker, WTV News, Dartmouth.
Halifax Youth Project had a difficult fail after the death of director and founder Leanne Wichman, but the organization has regrouped with a passionate new leader at the helm.
Kate's just going to help us do our mission and help us do it better.
You have probably heard about the Youth Project and the support and resources it provides to the LGBTQ community in Nova Scotia. But you might not know all the people behind this non-profit organization.
I'm super stoked, excited that Kate is. I know we all the staff here are.
Last October, the Youth Project lost suddenly one of the founders and executive director, Leanne Wichman, leaving the organization with the hard job to find someone that could fill the executive director's role.
Leanne will always be remembered.
A week ago, the search ended.
I feel honoured to have been entrusted with the position here to safeguard that legacy that she's built up.
Kate Shewan is well known to the LGBT community. She served as chair and a spokesperson of the Nova Scotia Rainbow Action Project, and she was instrumental in getting gender identity protected under Nova Scotia's Human Rights Act.
Oh, I'm really excited. I think it's an organisation that I've just had huge respect and admiration for a long time, and to be involved is just, it's fantastic for me.
Shuan has been in her position for only a week, and she's been meeting with all the members so she can be up to speed and can fully start her new role. Shuan says she has a lot of plans for the youth project and wants to get more youth engaged. She says she's looking to develop relations with different groups through her community connections.
Something really cool happened at Dalhousie University Club, where art lovers had a chance to watch live competitive painting. WTV's Arten Abazi is live with the story.
Thanks, Kaya. 12 artists took part in a live competitive painting at Dalhousie Club in Halifax this Friday for audience votes and title championship. These colors are just minutes away from being transformed into a masterpiece. This looks like a scene from a motion picture, but it's a live painting art battle in the heart of Halifax at the Dalhousie Club. 3, 2, 1, let's paint. The competition was fierce and intense as the artists went head-to-head for the title. This is Anna Marie Johnson's first time competing. She is pushing her artistic boundaries.
I thought this would be a great challenge for me to paint something very quickly and kind of get myself started. It's a fresh new year, it's January, it's winter time, and it's hard to get motivated, and I thought this would be a great jump start to the year.
The event is giving artists an opportunity to showcase their talent. Each artist has about 20 minutes to compete their best piece, followed by audience voting in each round. Art Battle is a Canada-wide event. It came to Halifax for the first time in 2013. There have been 20 shows since then. Organizer Andrew Sampson says it's really about the artist being able to impress the audience.
The audience can be a mixture of people who know art very well and people who don't know art very well. And people who are artists themselves may look for certain things in the art, but other people may not. So there's an element of even showmanship that can get you places. Generally, in my experience, the best piece will always win, but not always.
Craig Balzer is a returning artist. He has come back for the 4th time, and he says it's a great opportunity.
I enjoy the energy, the experience of it. It definitely takes you out of your shell. If being like many artists who are used to being in their studio, you come out of your shell, it breaks you out. You just, meeting people that you've met before.
Although Anna Marie wasn't the winner of the art battle, she says she has her eye on other art projects.
The year ahead is always full of promise, but also with waiting. So I will see what happens next.
The winner, Jack Ross, took home a cash prize of $250, including the title Art Battle Champion. He also took a spot at the city finals that will be held later this summer. Back to you.
There are some talented painters in our city.
Yeah, and if you have an artistic talent you would like to share with us, tweet a pic at WTV Media.
When we return, WTV's Katie Gordon joins the Atlantic Cirque. Tuesday's snowstorm left a lot of snow, and WTV's Kaya Sparks got this weather shot.
The snow was gorgeous to watch from inside, and I hope none of you at home were on the roads during the snowfall.
For this week's edition of Your City, Katie Gordon and Dave Arish visited Atlantic Cirque. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Katie Gordon.
And I'm Dave Irish.
And today we are heading to Atlantic Cirque to see what goes on inside there, take a look, and hopefully try out some fun stuff. Are you nervous at all?
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous, but I'm kind of ready to also just soak up as much of this as possible because I don't think I'm going to get an opportunity to do anything like this again. So next time we pick up with you guys, we'll be walking in to Atlantic Cirque.
Hey, we made it to Atlantic Cirque here in Dartmouth.
Yeah, we're really excited. We're about to go inside, meet our gracious hosts, and get a tour of the facility.
I'm so excited.
Let's go.
Hi, I'm Katie.
Alicia, nice to meet you.
I'm Dave, nice to meet you.
Hi, welcome to Atlantic Cirque.
Thank you. Do you want to give us a tour around, and then Dave, maybe you can go out and
try some stuff?
Yeah, I would love to. Okay,
awesome,
cool.
great.
Thanks. First, over here, I can show you a little bit about, this is kind of our object manipulation center. So we have hoops, we have our funny Chinese yo-yos. They're called Diablos. We've got juggling clubs. Yeah, we've got a triple trapeze over here where you can put, 5 or 6 people on. We've got a fixed trapeze and a hammock. So this thing can get really large and you can spin around it and it's tons of fun.
And you don't have to be a professional to come here. Like you can be a beginner.
No. Some people have never even taken dance before. Okay. They have no acrobatic background, no gymnastics background. Some people do in fact come with gymnastics and come with the background and other things, but it's not a requirement.
Okay, so I could come here even though I haven't done anything. So I'm joined here by Alex and she is going to teach me the ropes about hammocks.
All right, so a hammock is sort of a type of aerial silk. It is one large loop of fabric. So the basic idea is that you sit on the fabric right here. You just haul yourself up until you're high enough to sit in it. Like that.
And should I kind of do like a jump before I do it? Kind of like a...
Nice!
Yay!
Well done!
That's it for me at Atlantic Surf. I'd like to thank everyone here for their time and patience, and thank you for helping me out and teaching me all of this cool stuff that they have to offer here. You can check them out at atlanticsurf.com. Bye.
Thanks, Katie. That looked like a lot of fun. If you want to see what Dave got up to at Atlantic Surf, you can visit our website at waterfronttv.org.
And it is time to check with our friends from first years to see what's happening around Halifax this weekend.
Hi, I'm Ed Halverson and welcome to WTV's Entertainment Highlights. Let It Be Live, a celebration of the Beatles, is in town preparing for their one-night show at the Rebecca Cohen Auditorium. Come together for theatrical performances of classics like Hey Jude, Twist and Shout, and many more this Saturday. Alderney Landing is host to Chess with the Doomsday Machine, an original adaptation of Iranian author Habib Ahmadzadeh's novel of the same name. The play examines the challenges faced by a young soldier as he balances his duty to defend his home from an enemy army with the need to protect a band of misfits who have stayed in the city. This Iranian-Canadian co-production runs until February 7th. Starting tomorrow, experience the new exhibit at the Museum of Natural History, Dinosaurs Unearthed. See the full skeleton of a Gasosaurus, 18 different fossils, and 4 animatronic dinosaurs. Release the young ones to explore the children's dig table, and there's much more, on until May 24th. And finally, dust off your Hawaiian shirts, Amish hats, and fat suits. Casino Nova Scotia has announced Weird Al Yankovic will be coming to the Schooner Room July 24th. The multi-Grammy-winning patriarch of musical parody will be in Halifax to support his latest album, Mandatory Fun. Fun may not be mandatory, but I dare you not to enjoy yourself. Tickets go on sale this week. For tickets and more information, head to waterfronttv.org. Back to you, Maria and Kaya.
To some, virtual reality may seem far-fetched and impossible, but as WTV's Duncan McNeil shows us, the future is now.
Since Pong came out in 1972, video games have come a long way, and one piece of technology is proof of that.
I seen this was a Kickstarter a couple years ago, and I waited around until it was appropriate for me to buy it.
It's called the Oculus Rift, a virtual reality headset that connects to a computer and immerses the wearer in a virtual world.
Feels really natural, actually. It's kind of weird looking down at your body and knowing that's not your body down in front of you.
Alex Kennedy is the only Oculus Rift owner in Halifax. He bought the developer model online for $350. Kennedy made a post on the social media website Reddit, asking if people wanted to experience the Oculus Rift, something Kennedy says he wants to do through live demos at the Halifax Central Library, a process he is currently in the middle of setting up.
As of right now, there's 60 people just seen that original post and wanted to come on down. A lot more than I thought would come down.
Ashley Hookshorse studied video game design in school. Hookshorse says the Oculus Rift may not be as successful as some think right off the bat.
Probably not extremely popular in the near future, but, you know, I think they'll get around to it, especially in the indie developers.
Despite the thoughts, Hookshorse still thinks the Oculus Rift is a cool piece of technology.
It's like pretty much real-life gaming there.
Kennedy says there's a reason so many people are interested in virtual reality.
It's a new experience. I think a lot of people just want to see how far our technology's come and see. They like video games and they want to try something new with it.
Right now, I'm inside a virtual roller coaster, and there aren't many games like this available for the Oculus Rift just quite yet. But when the consumer model comes out in the coming months, there's sure to be many more hitting the shelves. Duncan McNeil, WTV News, Dartmouth.
The Oculus Rift is mostly used for video games, but it has other uses too. Some real estate agents are using it to give virtual house tours.
Now, Graham McDougall has a story for us about a musician, his violin, and a very special wish. Graham?
Thanks, Maria. His name's Artem. He studies violin at Dow, and he has a very special goal he hopes to reach for his graduation day. Take a look. Artem Kolesov is a fourth-year violin student at Dalhousie. He left his home country of Russia at 15 to study here in Halifax.
My brother, who lived here with his wife and 3 children, he just decided to one day to bring a DVD to my professor, my future professor, I guess, back then, and he showed it to him, and then I was given a full scholarship to come to Dal.
Artem has been called a prodigy. He has won a number of international competitions and has performed as a soloist with orchestras, most recently the renowned St. Petersburg Philharmonic. Artem hopes to one day be a full-time soloist, but right now he has another goal, and that's to raise enough money to fly his mom to Halifax for graduation.
My mom has always been there for me since I was very young, and I started the violin when I was 6, so since the very first day she was always supporting and always encouraging me to play violin and practice. And my father left when I was 12, so since then my mom was always there. So if I had a concert, she would always come to the concert, and she would always go to competitions with me, and yeah, it was always her there for me.
Artem is using the popular website GoFundMe to raise money for his mom's trip. Julia LeBlanc studies violin with Artem. She says she hopes her friend reaches his goal.
Well, Artem's been in Canada for about 5 years now, and in that whole time he's only seen his mom like once for a few months. So I think as a friend I really hope that they get to see each other for his graduation, just because it's like a very important day and an important celebration.
So far the response has been positive, and Artem has been thrilled with how many people have donated.
It just proves that Canadians are very friendly and they help a lot.
So far, the GoFundMe campaign has raised over half the money Artem needs. Artem says he hopes to reach his goal before his graduation day in May. Back to you.
Wow, such a talent.
I know, I hope he reaches his goal.
Me too.
A story now about a rising basketball star from Cole Harbour who just left the U.S. university where she was on a full scholarship. 18-year-old Denisha Provo has been playing basketball for Clemson University in South Carolina since September. A week ago, she quit the team and came home.
I decided to leave because they were playing me out of position, and I thought it'd be best for me to play the 2 position, not the 4, for the national team.
Provo plays the position of a shooting guard, but says the university had her down low in the post. At just 14, Provo left her Cole Harbour home, where she was scouted to play for Kent, a prep school in Connecticut. Her father supports her decision to leave South Carolina and says she'll find another college that will be a better fit.
With her unique talent, I don't want her to settle. I think she has a lot of potential, a lot of growing to do, a lot of learning to do yet. And whatever school she decides on, basically I just support that. What she's good at is shooting the ball, because she's a scorer. So we work on that as well quite a bit, because everyone wants a score.
And she has a lot on the go, helping her dad coach his 3 basketball teams and training daily. She'll be playing her 3rd year with Canada's women's junior national basketball team. Last year, the team scored a huge accomplishment, 2nd place against the U.S. at the International Basketball Federation, also known as FIBA, where the team qualified for Worlds. In March, she'll begin practicing with the national team in preparation for the Worlds Under-19, which takes place in Russia in July. When I asked Denisha where she sees herself in the next 5 years,
hopefully graduated from university and playing in WNBA or playing overseas.
Prabha says she wants to go back to school next semester. Right now, she's looking into schools like Harvard, Princeton, Kentucky, and Ohio State.
And it sounds like Denisha is one to watch.
Yeah, we were at the Canada Game Center, and that girl did not miss a shot.
Well, that's the show for this week. If you have news tips, ideas, or wants to see something on our show,
let us know on our Facebook page or Twitter at WTV Media.
To watch any of our previous episodes and to see what else WTV has to offer,
visit our website at waterfronttv.org.
Thank you for watching. I'm Maria Martelli.
And I'm Kaya Sparks. Join us next week with a new pair of hosts and more stories from your city. Good night.